Welcome back, everybody. Today, I want to talk about the topic of scalping, and I'm going to be using this picture from Pokemon TCG. Of course, this is Iona's Belly Bolt Premium Collection. This thing is actually pretty nice. I know some people just like waste of money. This is one of those ones that I think if people thought about products that they want to pick up, they're 50-50 on it. Now, I want to show you this comes from Pokemon Alerts and News. This is scalping, buying out a product to sell each for about $5 to $10 over what you paid. I believe Walmart has them for 45. MSRP is 40. Should this behavior be encouraged or not? And when you think about scalping in general, when you take a look at these pictures, you don't really know right away. I know most people are going to be like, at the very least, this person's a scumbag for taking it all up. Maybe they are a collector and they want to open it and they didn't actually get some sort of product, but just looking right here, it looks like they cleared this off. Now, going back over to this picture, there is additional information. It says here, just picked up. I'm looking to give back to those who are actually going to open and collect $50 per box. Down below, you can see this came off of Facebook, but there is no timestamp at all. And that is important because if I show you Iono's Belly Bolt, this thing had a roller coaster ride in price. This is about $50 on TCG Player, but it has gone from 80 all the way down to this $50 mark. Now, when you really think about it and see what this person says, $50 per box, it really depends on the time period. When I think about it, if it was $70 at the time, at $50, that'd be pretty awesome that someone is able to pick it up and is willing to give it out to the people. And there's nothing on here about shipping at all. And like I said, this is on Facebook, so maybe this is supposed to be something that was local pickup. But the other thing people have noticed on here, it says just picked up. And if you look at this storage container, which is very nice. This person Tetrised it in pretty good. I can actually do that, but I do would want to get a storage unit like this. It's actually pretty nice. But you can see there's multiple boxes on here, and it begs the question their actual motive. Now, some people were thinking about this. They're like, okay, this person actually potentially a hero for coming through. You know what? They picked up the boxes. They didn't want other people to come along and, buy this up and then charge high amounts of money afterwards for it. That's one actual thought. And to me, I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense that someone wants to do that. Maybe they want credit card points because everybody loves that good 1.5, 2% credit card points that you actually get. You can use it for miles, you can use it to pay off your credit card. Very nice. Now, other people are thinking, you know what? Just like myself, when I go into a Target, what do I normally see? Nothing. Absolutely nothing when it comes to Pokemon, unless it's like pre-assembled decks that nobody actually wants. That's all I see, and I get disappointed every time. Can you imagine if this Iota's Belly Bolt was sitting there, maybe like 1 box, 2 box, 3 box? Wouldn't that be really cool? Wouldn't you have this tremendous feeling of, oh my god, Pokemon's coming back. We are actually healing like what we had at the Pokemon Center with this Surging Sparks build in battle. Wasn't that really cool? Or at the very least, how long Destined Rivals ETB was actually up at the Pokemon Center. But when you really think about this person took that joy away from the people out there. I know that despair when I walk in there and see nothing on there, but you can also feel that joy when you actually see it on there. So this person bought it all up. Now, we also don't really know when this was put up because this person is selling it for $50. As I mentioned, nothing on here about shipping at all. If they're selling it for 50 and it was very recent, then you think about this price here on TCG Player, that is not very good. You could probably just go on TCG Player and get it. Unless your state has tax, then maybe you go back over here and buy it from this person. But really, are they doing a favor or is this the fact that maybe you can't actually return this product? But some people broke it down just a lot easier. Just the fact that this person bought up all of these off the shelf and is storing it, not opening it for themselves, that make you a scalper because you're going to sell it for a higher price. And I could totally feel that. I understand that. That makes a whole lot of sense. And I don't think we're actually going to come up with a great definition here because people are going to look at the picture and be like, okay, I see this, and it makes sense that this person is just at the very least pretty greedy. kind of a jerk for taking away the joy from people, but we really don't know. Other people right away, this is Scalper. Straight up, this dude has no intention of keeping it, just looking to sell it right away. Now, I also want to say right here, when I think about this, this gets into that whole moral thing, and I've talked about this on a previous video. Are we still good with this? I don't really know how many people are still down with this because you could take a look out here on eBay. I'm not trying to show the person's name, but Pokemon Destined Rivals PCETB and Booster Box photo of items. Check description, $340. And that is exactly what it is right here. This is just a photo of Booster Box and ETB. Do not buy if you are expecting to receive just a photo. If you are not expecting to receive just a photo of the booster box and PCET, this is for bots and scalpers. Like, just as much as I don't like what's potentially happening here, again, I don't know the time period. If it was at $70 at the time this person put it at 50, I think that's awesome. But over here, I still think this is awful because there's going to be people that are actually hurt by that. There's going to be people that I know will not read this description and they're not going to understand it because you have people like this as well. Over here, Destined Rivals ETB, free shipping. So if I scroll down here, no returns, no return, no refund. You're buying a photo. And I know people like to say this is to get all those bots and scalpers, but at some point, there's going to be an innocent person that's just really excited and wants to get it and just totally gets destroyed. Like this one, this $300 PCETB. Yeah, if you scroll down here, Destined Rivals Pokemon Center confirmed pre-order, no contents, just the open box. That is some messed up stuff. And I will tell you, there are people that are totally gonna fall for that. Just because, like some of these pictures, I think one of them, oh yeah, here. This one right here. Pokemon Destined Rivals, the first one that I read. This person actually put in here the confirmation email, and then they have just it's just gonna be a picture. I think that is totally messed up, and I'm back over here with it. So there's some gray areas that even though people may consider this person right here a hero because they're selling this at $50, some people may see this as a hero against bots, but at some point, there's going to be a person that walks in the store and is disappointed that there's no product on the shelves. There's going to be someone on here that, you know what, without reading it, they don't know about these kind of things out on eBay. They just want to get it for their kid and they end up buying this. I think that hurts in general. I don't know the motives of these people if they just want to take money from anybody and just be like, point, read the description because you don't expect it. You come out on eBay, you see something that says, you know what, ETB, or not even just ETBs, like just say, I don't know, that Grimace Minecraft from McDonald's at this point. I just want to get some Grimace Minecraft. And imagine it just is an empty box or a picture. Some people aren't reading, they just caught up in the moment. I didn't have a Big Mac in a while, and that seems like I should give it a shot, but I'm trying to eat healthy at this point. Let's not go there. It's just a very sad what's actually going on. Hopefully, at this point, we are going to see some more of these reprints, like that Surging Sparks that I said that was on Pokemon Center. It was really nice to see that. I know people were really happy being able to pick up product, but unfortunately, I will say this: it's easy to label people based on the pictures that we see, and there's a lot of hatred out there for everything that's going on. But let's enjoy the hobby at this point for what it actually is. Let's enjoy some of these cards, and hey, you know what? Price is coming down. It is coming down, so just give it a little bit more time, and I know we'll all get there. We'll all be good in the very end. And as always, do not spend more money than you actually have because as I mentioned before, just think about this. If you bought this ETB for $100 and now it's 73.99 with plenty available, how would you feel right now? Especially if you didn't pull anything out of there. Or maybe that PC ETB right over here that's currently coming down. It's $140 at this point. Yeah, it's one of those ones where just a little bit of discipline, a bit of budgeting, and you will be able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what? Great purchase that I made. I'm very happy with it. No regrets. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to write below, but this is how you can reach me as well. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.